So today we're going to crack open the engine room at Google. We're going to try and understand how they just pulled off a historic $100 billion quarter. Now the secret, if you listen to their CEO, isn't just one product. Nope, it's a complete AI strategy that powers the entire company. So let's dive in. First, just look at this number. $102.3 billion. That's not their valuation or something. That's their revenue for a single quarter. I mean, that's an almost unimaginable amount of money.
And look, this isn't just a big number, it's a massive milestone. This is Alphabet's first ever $100 billion quarter. To put that into perspective for you, just 5 years ago, their quarterly revenue was half that, around $50 billion. So they've literally doubled in size, right, as we've all entered this generative AI era.
So what's the secret sauce here? I mean, how do you double a business of that scale in just 5 years? Well, according to the CEO, Sundar Pichai, the answer isn't a single shiny product, but a complete end-to-end strategy built around AI. He calls it their full-stack AI strategy. And I want you to think of it like a 3-layer engine, with each part fueling the next. It's the core idea we're going to unpack right now. So what even is full-stack AI? Well, it's an approach where you don't just build one little piece of the puzzle. You build and control everything. It starts way down at the bottom with the physical computer chips in the data centers. It moves up to the powerful AI models trained on those chips, and it ends with the products and the apps that, billions of us use every single day. And this whole thing breaks down into 3 pretty distinct layers. First, you've got the foundational AI infrastructure. That's the hardware. Second, world-class research and models. That's the brains. And third, the products and platforms. That's the part you and I actually touch and use. So let's break down each layer, starting right at the foundation. Okay, let's start at the very bottom of the stack, the engine room. This is all about the raw power, the physical hardware that makes everything else even possible. And the sheer firepower that Google is building here is just incredible. They're developing their own custom chips, like the upcoming Ironwood TPU, but they're also partnering with giants like NVIDIA. The goal is just massive scale. They plan to have access to 1 million of their own TPUs just to meet the demand. But of course, hardware is pretty useless without the brains to run it. So let's move up to that second layer of the stack, the world-class research and models. This is really where the magic happens. And it's not just about traditional AI. Their research is pushing into entirely new frontiers. Get this, their new Willow quantum chip just ran a complex algorithm 13,000 times faster than one of the world's best supercomputers. We're not talking about a small improvement here. This is a genuine quantum leap. And this just brilliantly illustrates the human talent behind the models. As Pichai pointed out, they have 3 Nobel laureates currently on staff who have received the award in just the last 2 years. That is the level of scientific leadership that's creating the AI models like Gemini that connect all that hardware to the products. Which brings us to the top of the stack, layer 3. This is where all that foundational hardware and that brilliant research actually comes to life in the products we all use. It's the journey from the data center right to your screen. And the scale of this operation is, well, it's staggering. Across all of their services, Google's AI is now processing over 1.3 quadrillion tokens. You can think of those as pieces of words, every single month. That's a 20-fold increase in just 1 year. It's wild. And here's the direct impact on their most famous product, search. New features like AI overviews are driving more people to search more often. Their new AI mode, it already has 75 million daily active users, and the number of queries in that mode doubled this past quarter. And here's the crucial part for them. Adoption is especially strong with younger users. But it's not just consumer products. Take a look at their enterprise cloud business. The backlog, that's just the amount of money committed in future contracts, jumped by an incredible 46% in a single quarter. It now stands at $155 billion. This huge acceleration is being driven almost entirely by demand for their AI services. In all these AI-enhanced products, they're convincing more and more people to actually pay. The company has now crossed 300 million paid subscriptions across services like YouTube Premium and Google One. The whole ecosystem, it's working. So that's the 3-layer engine as it runs today. But what about tomorrow? To see the long-term vision, we can look at one of their most ambitious projects.
And that's Waymo, their autonomous driving company. It's a perfect example of the long game they're playing. After years and years of development, it's now expanding across major U.S. cities, with launches planned for 2026 in huge international markets like London and Tokyo. This is AI literally driving itself into the real world.
So after looking at the hardware, the research, and the products, what's the one big thing you should take away from all of this? It's this. At Google, AI is no longer just a feature you add to a product. It has become the fundamental operating system for the entire company. It connects everything, from the custom silicon in their data centers to the cloud services they sell to businesses, all the way to the apps on your phone. And that leaves us with a pretty fascinating question. We saw that Google doubled its revenue in the last 5 years as it was building this AI engine. So if this is what their integrated, full-stack AI can do now, what will our digital world even look like in another 5 years?